What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. Got some terrible news from YouTube today. And, I had seen this kind of coming down the pipeline as they reported on it a week or so ago, but it finally hit my account today, and I could see how it's actually being enforced. And I cannot view this as literally anything other than an outright deboosting a war on memes and satire and comedy. Uh, they are saying that it's meant to detect or to deter like AI stuff. Which, by the way, if you've tried to search for anything, most of this platform is filling up with garbage AI generated content, but or deep fakes. That's what they say that it's supposed to be. But curiously, it doesn't mention either one of those in the outline that it's asked. So essentially, YouTube is banning memes. It's obviously directly going to hurt my channel. They say that they'll only label it. They're only going to put a label on it. I've been YouTubing for 10 years, and there's literally no scenario where YouTube asking me a question about content in which I answer no or yes, in a negative way, that it hasn't hurt the content. YouTube absolutely restricts the reach of demonetized videos. YouTube absolutely reduces the risk of any video that has, for example, if it's, restricted in any way, shape, or form. This will be used to censor political memes, jokes, comedy, and it's terrible. So last week they came out with this article. By the way, wherever you're watching this, I stream live every single Monday through Friday, 5:30 Eastern. Even if you're not going to, quote unquote, leave YouTube, all of my memes and everything will be available on my Rumble channel. I'm just 4,000 followers away from 200,000 there. Download the app, follow the Quartering on there, give it a try. If you tried it once before, the app is vastly improved. Their playlists and many of the gripes people say about it just aren't true anymore. They used to be, but they're not. I would absolutely love to support new tech. YouTube adds new AI-generated content labeling tool. The platform previously said it would require creators to disclose AI-generated material in 2024, but like other creator platforms, labels are based on the honor system. Now, what do you think is going to happen when you label your content? Remember, it wasn't that long ago that one of our opening memes broke mainstream media. Remember when Steven Voiceover, my video editing guy, did that hilarious CNN meme? There was like 24 articles written in mainstream media, and now suddenly there's this policy. Now, I actually, on face value, if an entire video is AI generated, or if it is in fact like a deep fake video, I'm not against having some label on that. Especially when it's like, oh, Trump said this, but he didn't really say that, or Biden said this and he didn't really say that. If it's like sole purposes to, misconstrue people, I think that's pretty obvious. The problem is when you get into satire, for example, which is lots of my openings, I have to now voluntarily tell YouTube to suppress my videos if I want to do interest. So I either have to fire my memers, right? Or accept that YouTube will almost certainly deboost any video where I have altered memes in the beginning of my videos. Again, solidarity follow over on Rumble, by the way. You don't have to leave YouTube, but just give me a follow over there. Watch my live stream there, 5:30 Eastern. It's time we start peeling away some of the power of big tech. You don't see Rumble instituting these rules. Today, YouTube announced a way for creators to self-label with their videos that contain AI-generated or synthetic material. Now, I'm going to show you what you actually have to agree to in the terms of service. It is wildly broad. It is wildly broad. The checkbox appears uploading, posting process, and creators are required to disclose any content that is altered or synthetic that seems realistic. That includes things like making a real person say or do something that they didn't, altering footage, or create events or places, or showing realistic looking scene that actually didn't happen. Some examples YouTube offers are showing a fake tornado moving towards a real town, or using fake voices to have a real person narrate a video. So like all of my memes, all of my memes, all of a lot of channels memes, all of Benny Johnson's memes, all of, anybody who does mimetic intros to their videos. On the other hand, disclosures won't be required for things like beauty filters. Oh, okay. Well, you don't want to hurt that industry. Special effects in the background blur and, quote, clearly unrealistic content like animation. Well, who's going to determine whether or not content is clearly unrealistic? In November, curiously, the month of the election, YouTube detailed its AI-generated content policy, essentially creating 2 tiers of rules. Strict rules that protect music labels, of course, and artists' looser guidelines for everyone else. What a coincidence. For example, music like Drake singing Ice Spice or rapping a song written by someone else can be taken down by the artist's label if they don't like it. Of course, labels and all these big, super huge mega corporations, they have all the power. They do what they want on these platforms. They flag down our videos. They flag down our content whenever they do, whenever they want to. There's no, this has been them tube for as long as for years now. I mean, it used to be YouTube. It used to be like other platforms that have introduced AI content labels. The YouTube feature relies on the honor system. Creators have to be honest about what's appearing in their videos. That's how it starts. That's how it starts. Oh, you have to self-report. You have to self-certify your videos, and then if they're good, then they'll get monetized. Except that's not how it works. What happens is somebody over in Abu Dhabi who doesn't even speak English looks at 3 seconds of your video and decides whether or not you get paid that day. That's how it actually works. Yeah, it's green and monetized for the first 2-3 hours, but then once Sandeep gets access to it, and then he just takes away your money because he doesn't understand the English language. That's the real life of a YouTube content creator, right? And so they're just, the idea to, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, right? And this is what, interestingly, this is the actual disclosure, right? They told you, oh, it's to stop deep fakes and to, this and the other. Well, here are the questions that they now force you to answer. Do any of the following describe your content? Makes a real person appear to say or do something they didn't say or do. So any meme, literally any meme, you now have to say, oh, well, there's altered content, which not only means, okay, first of all, it's immersion breaking. It ruins the joke, right? Some of my best intros and some of the best thing is like watching the comment section being like, oh my God, is that real? And then people in the comments like, no, it's a meme or whatever the case may be, right? Now there'll be a huge banner like, oh, this is fake, everybody. This is fake. Why would I even bother paying 2 full-time video editors if that's what they're going to do? On top of that, they're going to deboost these videos. You just know they are. Does it alter footage of a real event or place? Any altering. Does it alter literally anything? Oh, you put a Pikachu on the battlefield? You got to mark it. Altered content. This destroys all creativity, all satire, all jokes. Generates a realistic scene that didn't actually occur? You mean like every video game ever? Or every movie ever? So if you include movie footage, I'm supposed to say that it's altered content and willingly tell YouTube to deboost my videos? Make no mistake, that's what this is for. Now, of course, they put this in place, 6 months before the election because, well, one side of the aisle is simply far superior at memeing than the other. But this is just a flat out war on memes. This is a war on comedy. This is a war on free speech. Now they'll say, oh, it just labels it. It just labels it. Did we learn nothing from Twitter leaks, the Twitter files, all the various, 50 different freaking labels they could have in your account that were all used to deboost and shadow ban you? YouTube's now going to have another label. And then soon, the next step is going to be like, well, if you alter content, we're going to demonetize that, or we're going to put you in a different monetization tier. Or then the next step, of course, right around the election is going to be like, for this integrity of the election, we're gonna ban any political memes because we don't want anybody. Joe Biden does enough hilarious stuff without memes, but we don't want people making it worse. And by the way, none of these. It didn't say, did you make a deep fake of somebody or did you use AI? That's not what they're asking. Down here in the tiny print, it says, to follow YouTube's policy, you're required to tell us if your content is altered or synthetic and seems real. Well, is Sandeep going to know the difference? Because that's who's flipping looking at this. That's who's looking at this. Bhupinda and Sandeep are looking at my content and saying, whoa, is this real or not? And they're getting paid 3 cents an hour by Google to do that. And they get fired. They don't get in trouble if they over-enforce. Of course not. They get in trouble if they under-enforce. That's why 9 out of 10 videos that I put out that get demonetized do not violate any policy, and they should be fully monetized. I know the policies. I've been doing this for over a decade. And then 100 times out of 100, when you appeal a demonetization, it's never overturned. It's never overturned because they do not get punished for over-enforcing. I mean, damn well they're going to use this to bury content. You just know it. By the way, Solidarity follow. Download the Rumble app, follow the quartering, follow your other content creators. If they're not on the platform, ask them why they hate free speech. I'm live 5:30 today, 5:30 Eastern. We're going to be talking about this and many other things, all the latest news. So make sure you tune in tonight. I'll put both of my live stream channels in the description. If you're not ready to switch to Rumble yet, you can still watch part of the show on YouTube. This is ridiculous.